All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the winners semifinals of the Super Mario Kart tournament. The first of a doubleheader here on SpeedGaming for the millions. We have DeaconEricson, also known as Eric Olden, from Monroe, Louisiana, the United States, versus KVD, or SMK_machine from the Netherlands. For this race, looks like Eric has decided to not want to race Mushroom Cup, so he gets to eliminate one cup because he's the lower ranked player, and KVD gets to choose the cup, and he has started it. Pronounce Carl's name for us. Well, I just say Carl. I've heard Carol. I've heard Carol. I've heard Karel. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with KVD. All right. So let's just get to it. K rule. Okay, that's and here we are. We got the standard 30-second delay or so. We get to see, for sure, we get to see Flower Star and Special Cup. Kind of odd to ban a Mushroom Cup, but oh well, it's a new one. Got a bit of a difference in stream timing. Either the SpeedGaming staff will sync these two up, or we will just deal with it. KVD, no timer, so not sure what we're gonna do here. We might just have to reset. Because we're going purely on RTA for this tournament. And KVD is probably happy about that with a couple of these minor mistakes that he's made. So we'll probably just end this cup and and restart. We have some brilliant technology used by all Super Mario Kart players. Maybe KVD is not as happy about that because he would have a 7-second lead. So I wonder if KVD is aware of the situation. I mean, all the Fungo needs to do is walk over to the next room and say, "Hey, KVD, you jerk. Use a timer, dang it." All right, looks like we're gonna get our restarts going on here. So this has been a brilliant display of SMK-ery. All right, so let's pretend this all never happened. And I will refresh my stream, and we will start again. A little commentary on these two. Follow the runners at SMK underscore machine for KVD, and the SM Cartel with the K for DeaconEricson, also known as Eric Olden. KVD is the number 1 seed in this tournament. Eric is the number 4 seed in this tournament. So they've pretty much played 2 seed. All right. Hopefully we get a decent start this time. So, KVD being the number 1 seed and also multiple world record holder in time trial, and being multiple world record holder and several other categories, he's most likely the favorite in this race. Well, looks like we're starting up. We've got about a 5-second difference. We'll get that synced up in no time. And let's try again. 20 push-ups for Eric, missing the start boost on the first cup of the track. Start boost on the first cup of the track, since you begin with 5 coins, is about an 8-frame window. You really should never miss that. Each subsequent race, when you start in first and only have 2 coins, it becomes about a 4-frame window. Ooh, Eric getting a Mario star while trying to go for the wall hop. Interesting thing about the wall hop, ooh, big opportunity for KVD here. He kind of had to sacrifice a long boost to just get back to top speed. That wall hop was not allowed in time trials until fairly recently, about 2 years ago. We got long boost opportunity for Eric, and executes it moderately well. Although I think he would like to reprise this or undo this restart, considering he just had an 8-second worse run. That's a very sad big nanner. All right, Crash Valley and KVD also not liking this restart. His Ghost Valley 2 was fairly clean the first time around. This time, quick fall on the platform jump. Eric avoids having to do push-ups, and KVD with a star to recover after yet another fall. Feather, so a Feather has a very interesting shortcut opportunity on this track, although exceedingly difficult. It is possible to, after turn 1, turn all the way around and go towards the finish line and clip the finish, which Carl is attempting to do and nails it. Oh, the clutch saves horrendous Ghost Valley 2, and for the most part, gets all its time back. Still lost about 3 seconds to Eric there. I mean, that shortcut is no joke. Have to bounce off the wall opposite the finish line and then clip that finish line fairly precisely. It's nowhere near as forgiving as the Rainbow Road or Bowser Castle 2 clip. Alright, Donut Plains 3, we'll see a little bit of new boost technique, a little off-road boosting over the part of near the lake. Both these guys are very well versed in NBT, considering their very high rank on the time trial site. Eric has a single world record on Choco Island 2. I believe he is the US's number 2 time trialer overall. on NTSC at least. I believe he has a PAL time set. I'm like 90% sure he does, but I'm unaware at this moment and don't feel like looking up how good he is on that system. PAL is hard mode anyway. It's slower. It's inferior. So might as well not even play it. Little Monty Mole troll for Mr. Eric over there. Fighting words. Nah. Everyone agrees that PAL is inferior for Super Mario Kart. It's just because it's harder. So absolutely, this could be a great match. And interestingly enough, this doubleheader, both between people that all live in the same house. KVD and Lafungo, who is playing in our next match, are roommates out in the Netherlands. And Eric and Bat Mallard coming up to play Lafungo in the next match. Actually, I don't think they live in the same house. Never mind. But they are part of the SMK cartel. I'm just talking out of my butt right now. So Bowser Castle 2, big shortcut opportunity. Well, a variety of shortcut opportunities if you get a feather. Always looking for that feather. Sometimes looking for a mushroom. I mean, mushroom never hurts. Coins never hurt. I mean, it's kind of a odd thing to actually want to see coins in a race because they feel and seem useless to the uninitiated, but they are highly important. We both having a fairly clean race right now. It's exceedingly difficult to go without crashing on this course. The whale shark of Super Mario Kart. Eric getting a little bit of a troll from Donkey Kong there. And KVD with a sub 130. Nothing to sneeze at for sure. It's a very, very good time. And on to Mario Circuit 3. Being a lap down, there's probably no hope for Eric. I mean, he lost about 4 to 6 seconds or something like that. KVD getting 10 push-ups to start Mario Circuit 3, but gets a friendly boost from Luigi. Mario Circuit 3, one of the toughest courses on your hands that there is. KVD using little infinite boost strats. There's an awful lot of NBT on this track. You have to hit the brake. Another 10 push-ups for Eric. So that's 30 push-ups on one side for miss zoom starts and 10 on the other. Granted, KVD is kind of notorious for his missing zoom starts. But only missing one per cup, I guess, is forgivable. It is not forgivable, sorry, Eric, to miss a zoom start on the very first track. And this is basically all she wrote. KVD ain't crashing anytime soon. And almost swaggy long boost to finish it. Totally didn't have to go for that, but oh well. KVD gets +1 to his score. And now we will have Eric pick another cup. And we will move on to the next round of this match. In the meantime, this match is sponsored by bacon. Best way to cook bacon is to bake your bacon. It is right in the name. Bake the bacon. Don't fry it. It just gets your pan all greasy. Bake it on some parchment paper or on a wire rack. Then it's easier cleanup. And don't ever pour bacon grease down the drain. No matter how much hot water you chase that with, it will still harden and clog up your drain. Don't do it. Bacon. Making America fatter since 1972. All right. Oh, extra crispy bacon is the incorrect way. The incorrect way to do it. I have no idea when bacon came about. I don't know. All right, come on, Eric. Let's go. Cup. My guess is he'll just go star cup. Just go right in order. No, loser picks Fat Mallard. Come on. Let's go. Let's keep this moving. We got a schedule to keep. Yeah, apparently tournament rules are just for losers. Eric chooses Star Cup. All right, while the racers set up Star Cup, we'll have another short advertisement. SpeedGaming is also brought to you by pizza. Don't you dare put pineapple on pizza. It is disgusting. There is no point to do it. Just eat your pizza with pepperoni and sausage like a normal human being and leave it at that. And we've got a ready. We've got a ready from Eric. And we've got a ready from KVD. And the countdown has happened. Hopefully we don't get any demo menu trolls. And, of course, someone has to ruin things. Eric says wait. Get your resident sleepers or not like thises in chat. Or Frankerz's, that's fine. Sigh. All right. All right, I am going to wait for an official ready from KVD. There it is. The utter ineptitude of Super Mario Kart streamers is an embarrassing display. But we work with what we got. This is semis. Now, granted, there are only 17 players in this tournament, so there have only been 2 rounds for each of these players. But one would expect being able to hit the spacebar on your live split and B on your Super Nintendo control pad at the same time as you see the word go. I mean, it's not rocket science. There may be some rockets attached to Eric's laptop or computer or whatever he uses to stream, which would make it rocket science, but I mean, come on. You're not actually activating those rockets. Koopa Beach won. We got some slide boosting going on. Kind of a unusual technique, little drown for Eric. Unusual technique if you don't know what you're actually looking at. So what these players are doing, they're building up a boost off of turn 1, and then as they hop into the water, mid-power slide, they are basically letting go of all buttons. Let go of your directional button, let go of the R button. In some cases, you let go of the gas, and you'll water slide through the water without losing speed, and then once your kart straightens out, the boost releases, so then you still don't lose any speed, and you just go flying around the track. A 43 for KVD is quite good. Saw him practicing this course earlier. Didn't get anything near that. 53 with a couple of drowns for Eric. Puts him in a pretty bad position, but if there's any cup that you're able to catch up, it's Star Cup. Some big shortcut opportunities, especially on Choco Island 2. Of course, we're looking for a feather. Feather cuts the lap time down from about 11 seconds to maybe 4, if you do it right. I believe I just saw Eric miss a zoom start, so we're up to 40 push-ups for him. He is going to be jacked after today. A single day with 40 push-ups obviously just makes you Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mushroom for KVD kind of gets trolled by computer players and just uses it to recover, so a sad big nanner for him. He was looking to fire it into the wall and perform a long boost, which on this track probably cuts about 5 seconds off of lap time. Piranha planned for Eric. And KVD is going to be widening his lead. I wonder if that's the truth, Super Marvio. Now, for most cups, I would say this race is over already. But as we've seen in this tournament several times already, Bowser Castle 3 is not kind. It's the worst track on the game. You have a 4 thwomp wall to deal with. If you miss a zoom start, it's by far the most punishing zoom start to miss. You get computers bouncing you around all over the place, lose all your coins, and start spinning out. KVD being mostly smooth on this Vanilla Lake 1. Another awful track on this game. For me, I just try to survive. Minorly efficient long boost. I mean, all long boosts are going to help, but I mean, some are obviously better than others. And basically a 20-second lead for KVD right now. Eric seems to be having a worse Vanilla Lake 1 than Carol did. Unfortunately, Feathers don't do much of anything as he lands on the wall and takes third place with a 57. That's a 10-second difference. And KVD's lead just keeps growing wider and wider, and the rich get richer. Huge shortcut coming up here. Gonna turn a 15-second lap to about an 8-second lap. He might, and I thought by hitting the wall on the other side, Lakitu might put him on the opposite side of the track, but no. A minor hiccup in KVD's strong performance. So, one thing to note about the thwomp wall, thwomps are completely random. They'll go up about halfway and then drop down right on top of you. Or they'll they'll lift up all the way. I think there's only 2 places they can lift up. All right, feather for Eric, but he's going to have to deal with lap traffic. And he lost some speed. Goes for it anyway and makes it just barely. He landed on the wall on the other side, but that's still a significant time gain. But then the concrete drone basically kills it off. Oh, that was brutal. So, decent time gain for Eric on this one, but this one, again, is too little too late. Mario Circuit 4 does not have enough potential for a comeback. This race is KVD's. It's over. Get your resident sleepers in chat for Mario Circuit 4. This one is a major snooze fest. It's pretty fun seeing this high-level play and also getting some fairly decent items for these runners throughout this thing. You may like Mario Circuit 4, but it still is a yawn fest of a track. There's no doubting that. Now, I just saw Eric in second place for a short while. Someone please confirm for me that he missed another Zoom start for 50 push-ups now. And there's really not much to say, so I'm just gonna start making plugs. The American Super Mario Kart Championships are coming up in 10 days in Monroe, Louisiana. It is rumored that there will be 3 different Twitch streams going to broadcast that. The Super Mario Kart PAL Championships are being held in August. Location to be determined. Either somewhere in the Netherlands or somewhere in France. Check out our website, mariokartplayers.com/smk for time trial world records and overall charts. Go ahead and look up on YouTube some time trial world records. We got Special Cup next. And as these guys get ready, I will pause for station identification. You are watching twitch.tv/speedgaming. SpeedGaming, making sure that you never see Feasel on a very dark, very blurry webcam ever again since 2017. Alright, I'm going to refresh my stream so I stay somewhat current with what they're all doing. And these guys are hopefully getting set up. I mean, in all seriousness, huge thank you to SpeedGaming and their affiliates for all that they do. They host some pretty spectacular tournaments, and it's a constant. I mean, you will never be unentertained if you follow the 6 SpeedGaming channels. Plus, they've got all sorts of other SpeedGaming channels in other countries, other languages. I mean, if you're a fan of video games and speedrunning in general, give them a follow. Give all of them a follow. Watch some Link to the Past randomizer every day for the next 2 centuries. Right, still waiting on a ready from Eric. Hopefully you... All right, we got her ready. Hopefully we get a proper start. You know, make sure you guys are clicked on your live stream or live split window and hit that space bar. All right, here we go. Donut Plains 3. Arguably one of the most difficult tracks in the game. No matter what mode you're racing. I mean, NTSC 150 is especially difficult because that hairpin after that hole in the bridge, you have to be hopping over that gap in the bridge while turning already in order to take that hairpin, and even then you can't take it at top speed with Bowser on 150cc. This race we're looking for a mushroom. You can fire a mushroom at the wall right after that gap in the bridge, and if you do it right, you'll bounce off the water, and that bounce off the water actually gives you enough lift to hop over the wall and go right next to the finish line. Mushroom for Eric. I am going to wager he'll try this shortcut on the final lap so that he doesn't have to deal with any sort of speed loss. Personally, I like to fire a mushroom earlier than the last lap just in case I fail it. He went way too far to the left. Oh, and he has to get picked up by Lakitu. This could be trouble. The other computer racers are coming for him. Fortunately, he was far enough ahead that he's gonna rank in, but that fail cost him lots of time. So to execute that shortcut, you want to hop that gap and be aimed, I mean, slightly to the left of where you come off the bridge. 20 push-ups now for KVD. I mean, that was just way too far. So you want to use that mushroom kind of while turning left, and then you start to turn to the right as the mushroom is being fired. Another 10 push-ups for Eric. So that you kind of start a slide as you hit the water. You don't ever want to jump. Do not hop into the water. Just kind of let the water create lift for you, and then as you're sliding while turning right, you'll hop over that and land right next to the finish line. Eric in a tiny bit of trouble, though I doubt he won't catch back up and rank in or get first. Minor shortcut with the feather on this track. Does save a decent amount of time, but nowhere near as significant as most of the other tracks in the game. Uh-oh, this is a little bit of trouble. CPUs don't slow down in that deep water. No matter what, he's going to rank in at least. But second place finish and a 109 is ouch. Ouch. Now on to Ghost Valley 3, the easiest of the platform jumps on all the Ghost Valleys. You're seeing KVD, even though he hasn't played Special Cup all tournament, I mean, there's no way that he's going to mess any of these up majorly. I mean, this is just second nature to him at this point. Oh, big shortcut opportunity with the plume. May not go for a long boost on in-lap traffic, which is a good idea. So KVD is slamming into the wall and releasing the gas and just kind of skidding towards the zipper which is when the long boost releases. So he's, instead of the normal long boost with the mushroom where you, oh wow, KVD went for everything. I'm sure he kind of knows the position that he's at. He went for a much more difficult shortcut right there, kind of unnecessarily. There's an easier spot to fire that. I mean, that only saves about 2 seconds over the normal shortcut that you typically do with the feather on this track. So 109 is still fairly decent. I mean, not gonna lie. 6 seconds gained by Eric, though. Vanilla Lake 2 is one of KVD's specialties. It is, when he gets this right, it is a thing of beauty to watch. And so far, so good. I mean, the difficulty of racing like this cannot be overstated. You're on the ice. It is the most slick surface on the game. You're constantly hopping over little bits of water to take the tightest line possible. You're hopping on little islands. You're avoiding computer players. You're avoiding ice blocks. And oh my word, that might be a tournament best right there. 43-35. And there's really not much more to say. I mean, Eric is having an excellent run on this, but yeah, you just can't match the prowess. Of course, commentators curse every time. You just can't match the prowess of KVD on this track. Well, Anti-Star can, Guillaume Leviac. I'm probably saying that wrong, but doesn't matter. We're on to Rainbow Road, and barring a Guillermo Orantes style choke, this is again KVD's race for the taking, and since it is match point, we will possibly be speaking to either of these players relatively soon. Yet another missed zoom for Eric that has kind of plagued him throughout the entire race. I mean, Eric knows who he's going against, so he has to take some pretty big risks on 150, but all those zoom starts are just adding up, and they're probably playing a little mental game on him as well. Saying, I missed a zoom start, that's an automatic 4-second loss, and now I have to deal with CPU traffic. So I have to take even greater risks. KVD with the win. Eric activates a star, which is just a nightmare on this track. And we will watch him finish. Gets star thwomped. Well done, KVD. I will give you your 3rd star. Yeah, so comment in chat. Bowser and DK on this game. Ooh, potential finish line feather. Going for it. Not sure that was legal. Since Lakitu carried him across the finish line, that technically would be a DQ. Because he didn't feather and clip the finish line, but whatever. It counts because it was lap 5. Okay, we have the official ruling from Master Lafungo. Yes, Bowser and DK Jr. so have the same speed. So each character on this game has their mirror. You know, Mario and Luigi are the exact same. They're the second fastest. Princess and Yoshi are the exact same. Best acceleration and third fastest. Bowser and DK. Bowser is better in Grand Prix. Yeah, Lafungo is kind of mentioning it. If you use DK, then Bowser is one of the computer players that tries to troll you, and the item that he throws out, his fireball, is the worst. I mean, besides the mini mushroom. But it's got a big hitbox and it moves around. So don't want that. And with DK, it puts Princess in number 2 position. So she's throwing mini mushrooms out if she gets close to you. All right, so we got I don't know if I'm able to invite people into an interview or if that's a SpeedGaming, thing. What's the spread of characters by time? Jeez. So Alamade, the MarioKartPlayers.com is that's time trial world records. Time trial is played without coins and on 100cc. So 150cc with coins is obviously faster. We have another race coming up in 15 minutes. So Lafungo and Bat Mallard, I mean, whenever you guys are ready, let's get rolling. Make sure you follow the runners. KVD is at SMK_machine. And then Eric is the SM Cartel. I'm Dan _H, but don't follow me. I don't ever stream anymore. If you forced KVD invites should be being sent soon, KVD. All right, let me get back to that. So if KVD were to be Mario, it's basically 3 seconds per map. So dropping all the way down to Toad, I mean, negating the fact that his handling is completely different. And when you're used to Bowser and moving to Toad, it's just brutal. So it would probably be about a 8-second difference per track if he had to use Toad. Maybe about 6 or 7 per track if you use Princess or Yoshi, and maybe about 3 to 4 seconds per track with Mario. All right. Let's get KVD in here. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear. Hello.
All right. Wonderful. That was, I'd say, a pretty exceptional overall race, especially that Vanilla Lake 2. Or is there anything in particular that you enjoyed about that race with your run?
Honestly, that VL2 might paint a prettier picture than the entire match deserves, because that was a very good VL2, obviously, but I definitely dropped the ball here and there, especially in the beginning with Ghost Valley 2, for example. So yeah, I got a little more comfortable towards the end.
Were you watching the stream? Did you know exactly where Eric was at all times?
I was watching the SpeedGaming feed, so I was watching with I don't know, 45 seconds delay or something in that ballpark. So if he crashed big time, I knew. Yeah.
Yeah. So we kind of figured that when you went for the big feather finish on Ghost Valley 3.
Right. Yeah.
Most of the time, I would figure that you wouldn't go for that. You would go for the simpler one that still saves a lot of time, but comparatively to the big feather finish, it's only about a 2 or 3 second difference. So
that's right. Yeah, it's I think it's 3 seconds, which is nothing to be sneezed at if you're trying to go for a speedrun record. So if it's a close match, I will definitely go for a normal feather, indeed. But in given like an all cups attempt, I would probably try the finish line feather at this point because it wins 3 seconds more, which is eventually that'll be the right strat to use, I think.
Well, for me, it's inevitable that Scoob is just going to destroy everybody and everything, so I'm not even going to try.
I've been trying to at least put a small dent in his domination in the speedrunning Grand Prix world, because he currently has all the world records. I was attacking some of the one-player individual cup world records today, but every time I had a really good run, I didn't get any items. But I guess my RNG went into tonight's match because I was getting mushrooms up the yin yang. It was incredible.
Yeah, you did certainly get plenty of helpful items.
Oh yeah, that's best RNG I've gotten in a while, actually.
Not always executed though. Bowser Castle 3, cough cough.
Yeah, too bad about that one. Lafango did that one earlier this week, and he got a 110 on Bowser Castle 3. So I told myself I would also go for the first corner like immediately, because there's also the easier variant if you drive on a little bit and then jump.
Yeah, and Eric actually did get that easier variant in the exact same race, so he gained quite a bit of time on you. But
yeah, I can imagine.
By that point on Star Cup, you were about 20 seconds ahead going into the Resident Sleeper, and I mean it was basically game over. Yeah,
so I don't know what happened to Eric on which track did he park his cart.
So he had a couple of drowns on Koopa Beach 1. His Choco Island 2 was poor, to say the least. I know that I think he missed a zoom start on that one, and I know he had a Piranha Plant. And then Vanilla Lake 1 was another missed zoom start. So
that's definitely not a track that you want to miss the zoom start on. Like there's a few that are really, really bad if you miss them.
I mean, my memory could be failing me for those particular ones, but Eric missed like 7 or 8 zoom starts throughout the entire run, and I think you only missed 1. So
no, I missed 2 actually, and I'm kind of disappointed because I wanted to go for a clean sheet for once, but I can't do it. It's just not in me. But did he miss the zoom start on any of the first races? Like, does he need to do double push-ups?
Yeah, he actually missed the very first zoom on Choco Island 1. It was interesting since you didn't start your timer. Good job with the technology there. And both of you guys got significantly worse times on Choco Island 1 the second time.
Yeah. So I have a little bit of man flu at the moment. So I'm gonna blame that. My head wasn't really clear. Maybe you can hear that I sound a bit nasal. It's definitely not feeling all that hot at the moment.
Well, I usually blame the controller.
That's a strat I also apply. Or RNG, but I definitely can't blame RNG tonight. So yeah, it's gonna go with flu. So are you excited about the next match coming up?
Yeah, Matt Ballard versus Lafungo. Basically the same geographic region. In one case, it's the same house.
Yeah, it's House of Gaming against Cartel Mansion. It's quite something. You're on commentary for that one as well, right?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
If you want to join me, have at it, man. Unless your man flew.
I mean, do I sound okay? I mean, I can't hear myself, but
You sound as normal as No,
Okay.
as usual. I mean, I can't tell the difference.
Shots. I sound a little Dutch, huh? Well, that's to be expected.
Basically.
Yeah, I can stay in the channel. That's fine. Sure. Let's see
All
how
right.
my
Well,
housemate
let's do
fares.
it.
Yeah. You got it.
All right.
So that's interesting that he didn't ban Star or Special. I was positively surprised there.
Well, you keep improvising your talk, so because we're trying to figure out if Matt Ballard is using the same streaming channel
He is.
as Eric. He is? Okay.
Yeah.
So once SpeedGaming gets, I'm going to trust them to change the names and all that jazz. And
Yeah. Thanks once again for production. So much appreciated.
Keep going, KVD. Keep entertaining people.
Yeah, well, it's been a day, huh? I must say that like, not to like kiss up or anything, but I'm quite impressed with the operation that SpeedGaming is running. This is the first time I've been involved in a SpeedGaming tournament as a participant and as an organizer. Yeah, I think on our end we definitely have some sloppy stuff going on sometimes, but it's just a lot of fun so far. So question from chat by Mike from Alphen aan de Rijn, where possibly the next CDM will be held, or at least CDM 2021. He's asking what Matt's chances are in this upcoming match. I definitely have Lafango as the favorite there. Like those are the top 3 seeds, right? Me, Lafango, and Matt. And I actually think Lafango is closer to me than Matt is to Lafango. Having said that, of course, anything can happen in Grand Prix, and I think Matt can definitely take it to the wire. Yeah, but I fully expect Lafango to win, possibly even 3-0, but prove me wrong, Matt.
It's a bold prediction, I would say, judging by the race that I called between Lafango and Sophie earlier this week. That, I mean, I can't really disagree with you there.
He's on fire.
Dude raced like an animal in that.
Exactly.
In that
Actually, I'm afraid to face him if he races like that. He might win.
Oh, Posh.
What's that?
KVD afraid.
Wow. Afraid is not the right word to use, but I mean, I definitely can see him being a threat to the overall title of this tournament. It's supposed to be close. I mean, it should be interesting. That's cool. But having said that, don't rule Matt out just yet. I mean, who knows? Matt might rise to the occasion.